Star Wars fans and action figure collectors, got another vintage collection action figure review for you today. It's the next lineup for the Acolyte Jedi Master Indara. Looking forward to this one. I'm glad Hasbro is sort of seemingly pushing forward with the releases for the vintage collection and the Acolyte. And more Jedi is always a good thing, which is cool. Great picture there of Carrie-Anne Moss on the front as Jedi Master Indara. This one is VC345. So yeah, closing in on that 350 very, very quickly. Picture on the back there. She looks pretty good. I'm excited to continue building on the Acolyte. I hope after Yord, I think he's the next one due. I hope there's some more in store. Yeah, pretty good likeness. We'll get a look behind the camera in a moment. So let's crack her open and have a look. All right, here is Jedi Master Indara out of the packaging. She's looking such a great figure. Yeah, just continuing the trend of awesome character figures from the Acolyte. Despite what you may think of the show, you know, that's very, very up to you. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's whether you like it, it's cool. Anyway, Carrie-Anne Moss here. She's got her accessories. She comes with her lightsaber hilt with peg. And there will be a spot right there on her belt where that will peg on, which is nice. She has her lit blade, which I do like those sort of elements of sort of a gold bronze. That looks cool. You can kind of just see, let's see if we can zoom up on this thing a little bit more. You can kind of just see the way it's painted. You sort of, the silver doesn't quite go to the end. It starts to sort of bleed in with the green. It's just the way they're doing lightsabers these days, but that's fine. She does come with also this tiny little, this is her tiny little comlink. Yeah, very small. But the peg is almost as big as the accessory. But there is another peg, much like the Luke from A New Hope that I just reviewed. It does come with a couple of extra holes on the belt. You should be able to slot that in the side there. It's so fiddly. And I have big fat fingers. They're not actually too bad. But yeah, that is tricky, man. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting that in the belt there. Yeah, I'm not going to be able, I don't want to take that out now because that's I think it's going to stay there fine. I'm not going to have to glue it in or anything, but there we go. It was just out of focus while I was doing that, but yeah, if I do get the chance, I may just end up gluing that in just so I don't ever lose it, but I don't think that'll be a problem. I think they're pegged in there nice and tight, so that's good. Again, Hasbro's kicking it with the sculpt of the robes. I love the way they're sort of pinned down a little bit more. You know, the robe doesn't really want to stay up, but I'd rather have it down, to be honest. You know, that's been the one problem with the robes over the last, 15 years, guys? Is that they kind of look like weird wizard hats. But yeah, being able to have them sort of sitting down a little bit, you know, it's all to do with weight distribution and stuff like that, but the way they've cut and sort of got a little stitch there to sort of pull it down, yeah, they've made amends over the years to get the robes right, and yeah, I think we're in good hands for the rest of for the future of the vintage collection, with the cut of the robes, and you know, also in 6-inch, they've done a pretty good job with the soft goods in recent years. But yeah, let's get a close-up look at her face. This is a great likeness. Looks great. And got those two little tattoo markings to the side of her left eye there. I'm just going to take that robe off just so we can get a better look at her outfit. I will leave a link to the Black Series version at the end of the video if you want to compare the two. I love the outfit too. It's starting to edge toward that sort of simplicity, but still got that sort of ornate, sort of regal look for the High Republic. It sort of wraps around. It's got that sort of hem, those seams sort of running down the sides. Looks good. I like the white. I do. It's like an off-white compared to, Luke here. But yeah, nice detail on the buckle there of the belt. Otherwise, pretty much straightforward with the trousers and the brown boots, sort of a reddy brown. Yeah, she's looking pretty good. I like this one. It'd be nice to increase the ranks of the Acolyte, the Jedi from the series. It's very much needed. And I've always said, counterpart figures to a series will make people feel more attached to the characters. Always been the way. It's been that way since 1978. People have been able to, when back in the 70s and 80s and even 90s, where you couldn't just chuck the movie on whenever you wanted. You had to wait to hire it. You had to, unless you were lucky enough to own a copy, but it was all about the toys and the books, and you find any other way to attach yourself to these characters. And whether you're not watching the series or whatever, you've got that attachment to the characters through play and stuff like that. So, and I've just put on the robe before I want to go through articulation, so poo on me. But she's got the double barbell in the top of the neck. She's got ball hinges in the shoulders, ball hinges in the elbows, wrists. She's quite tucked into the sleeve, so it's hard to see. There is at least a swivel, but I can't really... It's a little bit tricky. They're sort of tucked in the sleeves. I think they're literally just swivel hands, just because they are tucked right into the cuff of the sleeve of the sort of undershirt. Yeah, so just swivels at the wrists. It's got the double barbell joint torso there. If we could just stay in focus, that'd be lovely. Got the barbell at the hips, swivels at the thighs, ball hinge in the knees, ball hinge in the ankles, and the rocker joint in the foot. Should be able to get this one in some cool poses. Let's get that lightsaber in hand. And we'll do the old peg test with the KR stand. There we have it. Looks good. Poses well on the stand, nice and tight on the base. That's not going anywhere. If you're interested in grabbing some of these stands, check out KesslerRunHair.com. The link is down in the description. But there is Jedi Master Indara from the Acolyte. Wonderful addition to her counterpart Jedi Soul. And Osha and May, which I've also done reviews on recently, so you can check them out. I'd love to hear some thoughts. Drop down in the comments below. I'll respond as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Always got new figures coming in, and trying to keep the channel active, no matter how much work it takes. I still have some fun in it. But yeah, I appreciate you all coming to check out the video, and we'll see you again for some more real soon. Until then, may the Force be with you always.